Here we go, jumping right back into part 2 of part 1 of tier 5. I know it's a little bit confusing, but don't worry, just watch the videos in order. I have the playlist, and yeah, so this is tier 5, part 1, part 2 of me watching it. But anyways, let's just get back into it. Remember to be authentic, and let's go. And you already know shout outs. I'm going to stop saying them because it's going to get repetitive, but you already know shout out to the boys, and let's go. Or Spotted Plant guy, right? Is, I don't know. It's 2024. I don't want to get caught assuming or I'm going to get canceled. But all right, let's go. Quality Meat.
Quality Meats is a video uploaded in 2009 by Mike Taflove. It's edited footage of a meat aisle in a grocery store with a whole bunch of meat creatures walking around that look like they're straight out of Silent Hill. In fact, that's what the description says they're based on. Also, according to the description, this video was a student project created while he was attending the Nomon School of VFX in Hollywood, California. Mike Taflove also has several other short animations like this one on his YouTube channel, such as Patient Demon, Zombies at Nomon, and The Traveler Has Come. This YouTube channel serves as his portfolio, which allowed him to get a job in the VFX industry, working on high-budget films like Green Lantern and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Oh, that's great. That's so, see, I love stories like that. That's so freaking awesome, bro. That's exactly why I love YouTube and YouTube channels and just being a creator in general, because you never know what doors it's going to open you up into and then like go off into. But I know that one and I know this one because I use the Almighty Loaf as a profile picture on video games from time to time.
The Almighty Loaf is a video uploaded by OOK Then in 2011. It features this character who's seemingly a big loaf of bread with a face on it, who has this to say.
Even now,
the
evil seed of what you've done germinates within you.
Then the imagery shifts to a bunch of creepy, satanic shit, and then the video ends. Apparently, the
holy shit, I know this one too well.
Voice clip is from Tim Curry's performance as the Lord of Darkness in the 1985 film Legend. The actual character of the loaf appeared in the 1996 Christian children's show The Donut Man, where he was called Loafer. In the show, he was baked with words from the Bible, and he actually comes out of the oven and immediately starts reciting Bible verses. Anyways, this was a really popular meme in the early 2010s. Like, there were so many Steam users with this PFP, it was kind of insane. I
was personally one of them.
Love this one. I still quote the evil seed of what you've done germinates within you to this day.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. That one's personal.
Rat Boy Genius is an iconic YouTube channel created in 2007 by musician and animator Ryan Doran. While poorly made 3D animation channels are a dime a dozen, especially on this tier of the Iceberg, Rat Boy in my mind is the king of these kinds of channels. The Rat Boy Genius character is a small anthropomorphic rat, and the videos follow his various exploits. The first video uploaded to the channel was Rat Boy's Kingdom Chapter 1, posted on July 23rd, 2007. From this point, the Rat Boy's Kingdom series would start, featuring a mix of 2D characters, 3D models, and real-life imagery. Over the years, there would also be other series on the channel like Happy Man on the Red Planet, or the prequel, Galactic Superheroes, and then Little King John, The Flood, and Starship Genius, and of course, Rat Boy Genius Dreams Minecraft, all of which are leading into a central continuity, which is probably a lot more in-depth than you might expect just by looking at it. The most popular Rat Boy Genius video is by far Potato Knishes.
Honestly, with all the ARGs on this list, I'm not surprised. Yo, that mod right there with all the like, you know, like tubes and stuff for item organization and conveyor belt type, like, what can I say, like engineering type Minecraft mods are absolutely insane that people even wrap their heads around, one, making the mods, and two, the players who actually use the mods and make these crazy conveyor storage sorting system. Bro, it looks so much fun, and that's honestly one of my most enjoyable things to watch back in the days. And yeah, I'm more on the creative builder aspect of games when I get into survival games, but these, like, specifically for Minecraft, the engineering and like redstone shit amazes me, that what people come up with. It's actually
where the character Little King John sings about how much he loves making his potato knishes and then turning little black worms into centipedes in what seems to be the Tekkit mod pack for Minecraft. The video has over 10 million views, 10 times the second most viewed video, being his entry into Shrek Retold. Despite this, I feel like not many people know about the intricate lore of Rat Boy Genius, which is kind of a shame.
Die fantasy.
This entry refers to the music
Hate this one. I might skip this one. This stuff I'm saying isn't going to match up to what's on screen because I'm not trying to test YouTube. Please understand. I hate this. I immediately know what it already is. It's the kids that sleep, and I guess it's like this about this tale. So everyone's gonna explain it, so I'm not gonna explain it to you. But I'm telling you right now, this shit disturbed the hell out of me as a kid. I feel like the goal for me was to get traumatized by absolutely everything on the internet when I was younger, dude, because it made me so much stronger to weird shit and just kind of being emotionally detached from weird shit and like knowing, this is fake, this is that. But this is like, I guess, like a cautionary tale about young people, like, I guess, like sleeping with each other too soon. I don't know, but like, oh my gosh, bro, I hope you do not show anything swag. I hope you don't even get close. This brings up those tormenting images of this. I can't exactly remember what it looks like, and I'm fucking glad.
video
I've
for
not seen this in years.
Fantasy by French musician DYE, directed by Jeremy Perrine. It features a group of 4 teenagers sneaking out and breaking into an indoor pool. 2 of the teenagers jump into the pool and start making out and having sex, while the other 2, a boy and a girl, simply watch them from the other side of the room. The boy tries to make advances on the girl, and then panicking, she jumps out of the pool, where she has some weird thing trying to break out of her underwear. She climbs out of the water only to find that the other 2 kids have been possessed by this weird alien creature, who promptly kills the boy, and then she jumps back into the pool, finds out that it's actually a portal to a Lovecraftian dimension, and then her fucking eyes explode, as one does in a Lovecraftian dimension. The music video is quite popular, and one of the most iconic animated music videos YouTube has to offer.
My man, you're editing these clips. Bro, you got close, you freaky bastard, man. You could have just left it out. Koishi Komiji's, what? Am I saying that right? I don't know. I'm gonna let him pronounce it before I slaughter this.
Komishi Kameji's Heart-Throbbing Adventure is a web series uploaded to Nico Nico Doga by user Sentaku-sen. Set in Gensokyo, the setting of the Toho project, the story follows Koishi Komeiji as she goes to acquire a fishing rod. However, as she soon finds out, the numerous characters of the Toho series seem to be a lot more, evil and fucked up than normal, I guess. The series is well known for both putting a edgy, gory, and violent spin on the game series, as well as putting a unique, crudely drawn art style. The series started in 2009 and lasted until 2016. Part 19, the final part, was split into 9 parts, with only the 9th part never being finished. Something like this is obviously quite controversial in the greater Toho community, as some praise it, and others just think it's terrible, because it really is just Toho but edgier.
Infinite Fractals? Okay.
Infinite Fractals is simply just a YouTube channel that uploads videos of looping fractals, which are a geometric shape containing detailed structure at arbitrarily small scales, usually having a fractal dimension strictly exceeding the topological dimension. What? I wasn't gonna explain that shit on my own. What this means is that this channel uploads these trippy images.
It's like the Mandelbrot knot or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what the hell what it's called. The Mandelbrot. I don't know.
That continually zooms into itself, reveal more of itself. And the videos usually have a popular piece of music accompanying. The description says that the owner of the channel began their exploration into the finite after becoming fascinated by fractals and the fractal geometry of nature, and how fractals govern the universe, like as seen in clouds, trees, coastlines, the human circulatory system, and
the Fibonacci sequence,
and the neurons of our brains. Notably, the channel seems to have come back over the past month or so, which is pretty nice to see.
Oh, that's pretty cute. Soyoung?
Soyoung is a South Korean actress who also runs a YouTube channel where she performs ASMR mukbang videos, with a wide majority of the videos being seafood mukbang specifically. She joined in 2018 and—
Oh my god, are we gonna hear the controversy around, like, is she the one that was like sucking on octopus legs while they were alive, or like chewing on octopuses while they were alive? That did not go over well with the people who love sea creatures community, man. She was munching on those things while they were alive. And I could say, how would you feel if somebody were to chew on your arm while you were asleep, or chew on your arm, take you out of your habitat, chew on your arm while you're just trying to vibe?
And in 2020, she came under a considerate amount of—
It's dark. I can't really say if I'm in the middle with a lot of— okay, I should actually say that too. with a lot of like the shooters and the turn psychopaths and a lot of this, I stay really unbiased. Like, I obviously am not insane enough to be like, no, this isn't a crazy, just detestable, despicable human atrocity. There we go. I said it already, but for some reason I couldn't get the word out. There's just some things like where I guess I would say like my mind. No, you know what? Because every time I fucking try to explain myself, nobody in the comments fucking gets it anyways. Like the Andrew Tate shit. Yeah, I'm back on that one. I was not defending the motherfucker. I am into a lot of philosophical and spiritual teachings, at least being well researched in them. If you understand what the Matrix is, that motherfucker goes against everything he says, which is why I said controlled opposition. I had to rant real quick there because it's like, oh my gosh. People be missing. To get the context, full context of what I say, I'm a person that you have to literally fully watch, because a lot of things that I've probably said in the past can get fully taken out of context. And honestly, I just have to let it. That's why I said I'm probably going to be one of those people, if like I just randomly blow up, that is uncancelable, because just at the end of the day, I just don't care. And it's like, if you don't watch or listen to everything I say for full context, you're going to miss what I say. Also, when observing, okay, I'm yapping. See, when you're observing someone or watching someone, you're dealing with the information that they're relaying to you from your level of perception. So like, right, I could say something. This actually just happened in a Valorant match. This guy didn't want to be wrong. And I literally said, from your perspective, you're playing in a completely different position. So when we go together, and this is the first time you're linking up with me and this other guy that I'm with, and I didn't immediately throw my eye, it's because we usually get peeked and sniped from a guy that you wouldn't be able to see because you're playing a different position. And he said, well, yeah, but our teammate wouldn't have died if you didn't just throw your eye. And I'm like, but we went down this lane together every time, and we've got peeked every time. So that's why I didn't throw the eye yet. We usually wait for the guy to peek. But because the guy didn't want to be fucking wrong, he could not see where he was wrong. He couldn't accept that area of it. And I already accepted. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. He probably did die because I didn't throw the eye. But I don't hear him complaining. All I hear is you complaining. And that's why I said, perception, man. It's a gift and a curse of humanity. I'm done yapping. Let's go.
Of controversy for abusing the animals she eats in the videos,
Yeah.
killing them in very inhumane ways before eating them. For example,
So that's what I wanted to say too before we move on, to give clarity. Like, even though I can view a lot of that stuff as atrocities, I just make sure to not be emotionally attached to it, because I feel like that can distract you from things. Like, and you'll sit here and mess up your whole mood for being mad over something that doesn't, like, at the end of the day, people are going to do what they're going to do. Like, is it fucked up that she was, being cruel to a lot of the animals and stuff? I don't actually know, because I didn't pay too much attention. I just know the octopus thing. She was like eating them living. And yeah, that's I can say that's pretty dark. But at the end of the day, I mean, what are you gonna do? Yeah, not making.
Example, in one video, she pours salt on a tray of mudfish and watches them writhe around and die slowly. In another video, she sat down in front of a tray of living, moving octopi, squishing, stretching, and tearing apart their bodies before eating them alive. And the whole time she's doing this shit, she will sometimes have cartoonish sound effects and royalty-free music playing in the background, while trying to play up the comedy of the situation. All of this led to several YouTubers, as well as animal rights activists, to protest against her channel, ordering YouTube staff to take down it. However, YouTube said that she doesn't actually promote animal abuse and is simply bringing awareness of Korean culture to the masses, which is kind of bullshit. To this day, she still uploads 3 to 4 times a week, and her channel is still growing.
See, like that's why I say I can't necessarily agree, because again, being into a lot of like philosophies and different things, and just wanting to know how different parts of the world operate, and growing up in communities that were very mixed, like, Ukrainian, Laos, and everything. Certain things that like go on in other cultures and other parts of the world would shock the fuck out of certain people. So like, we all love dogs, right? But in certain parts of the world, even though that was a stereotype, they eat dogs, bro. They just eat those motherfuckers. So like, You know, your little puppers, your little chihuahua. Yeah, that man is a snack somewhere else, or that girl is a snack. And that would be a culture shock to somebody who loves dogs, right? I'm not saying it's the same case because, I mean, she's like pouring, you know, shit on mudwoos and mudfish or something and watching them. That's a little wrong. Or like the octopus just pulling them apart. But that could be part of the truth, and that's why I never get emotionally invested, because you'll just find yourself arguing with yourself really at the end of the day, because it's like I mean, think about it. Like, you got to think about it. Most things are literally like that. You really only be mad with you, but then if you go to the comment section or everybody else who's upset, you're just upset with a bunch of other people that are upset. But when I seen that originally years ago, I was like, that's crazy. But imagine you go to South Korea and that's literally what they do. They just have octopus live, and it's just one of those foods, and they just pull them apart and stuff. Could be true. Like, YouTube, I assume if like you got activists like literally like going into a person and like really being like, yo, this is cruelty, she's doing, you know, fucked up stuff, blah blah blah, I'm sure YouTube would take the time to investigate someone, though they do cover some people that are pretty. Since she came in the other tier, I want to talk about Sniper Wolf when she tried to dox what's-your-name's house. Like, took a picture being outside it and said, I'm right outside your house. That was a little bit wild. And then YouTube, did YouTube take away like her YouTube keys for a little bit, but gave it back to her? I think, see, situations like that are wild. But I think they really do investigate a person, you know, like I gotta give them some credit. And again, see, I'm not going to make my case bad because I'm just giving my perspective. You see what I'm saying? If you guys want me to act like I'm not stealing content, here you go. This is me giving you perspective. I don't agree with Soyoung. I don't think it's BS that they didn't consider her channel animal cruelty, because the simple fact is that could actually be going on in South Korea or something like that. You know, in other parts of the world, they have sometimes wild things. You know, like for me, I think eating bugs and some of the bugs I see people eating in like best food reviews videos is crazy. But in some cultures, it's like they just straight up eat hearts of like cows or something, and it'd be alive. And it's like some of them think it's like a disrespect if you don't try it to the household member. And what's one of y'all gonna be like? I'm just yapping. I don't know. I'm letting go. I don't give a shit. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I when I first seen the octopus thing, I did think it was dark though. I thought that was pretty wrong. I was like, damn, that's fucked. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, we eat food. Technically, we can say every goddamn thing that we unalive and then cook and eat is fucked up. So like,
my sister is a video.
But I get it. I wouldn't want something to suffer. I wouldn't want the animals to suffer. And octopus are smart. That was probably one of their arguments, right? Like, octopus are kind of like, they probably know what's going on. Oh, my arm.
Video that's since been deleted, but apparently it was originally uploaded in 2011 by a user named RaiderDog.
And then she starts to pull off her face, right?
Starts out with a woman walking towards the camera, and something about her feels off. Then it's revealed she was wearing a mask the whole time. Then the video cuts to her eating food with the mask on, and that's pretty much it. The video, according to a Nexpo video, that's the only discussion of it that I could find on YouTube, was uploaded by a troll on the GameFAQs forum, who posted it in order to fuck with people. That still leaves the question: what's the source of the original video? Well, according to a comment on the Nexpo video, it was uploaded by what the commenter calls a Japanese silicone and plastic mask manufacturer called although honestly, this video seems to be a bit less innocent than that. I don't know, it's just something about the way she's eating that food seems to be a bit fetishy. At the end of the day, my sister was just some guy stealing the video and putting music over it to make it scary, kind of like Obey the Walrus, I guess.
Andy Wilson 92.
Andy Wilson 92 is yet another YouTuber who's known for their strange 3D animations that often parody popular properties like The Simpsons.
So the tier lists are 3D animators and ARGs.
Simpsons, Thomas the Tank Engine, and various creepypastas. He was one of the first YouTubers to really do this format of video, joining as far back as 2006, and he still uploads to this day. His videos are also very...
Did you guys just witness that too in the video? Why the fuck did that shit just flicker like that? No, man, cause some of the stuff in the tier have been cursed, bro. See, this is why.
British. And that's kind of all I have to say about this guy.
Gosh, dude. Poodle exercises with humans.
Poodle exercise with humans refers to YouTube user Kenny706's re-upload of Japanese short film Mariko Takahashi's fitness video for being appraised as an ex-fat girl, directed by Nagi Noda. The video was a parody of 1980s aerobic exercise videos, more specifically being a one-to-one recreation of Susan Powder's first workout video. The difference is that this one is targeted towards poodles, not humans. All of the actors in the background have poodles over their faces, and the main instructor even has fake muscles that kind of look like poodle arms. Apparently this short was made as part of...
But isn't the like balls on the poodle's arms shaved to be like that? It's their fur.
Panasonic's 10 short movies series for the 2004 summer.
Bro, I'm 100% sure that poodles don't have knots. They're just like, if you shaved a poodle, it would be just a very skinny dog. And that's what makes looking at the muscles even weirder for me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Summer Olympics. Noda has never explained why the people in the video are poodles, leaving the film to just be that much weirder.
Dancing Rat.
Dancing Rat is a video uploaded in 2010 by 3D Render Force, and according to the credits, designed, directed, choreographed, animated, modeled, lighted, and audio mixed by Brendan Gottlieb. It basically just features a 3D rat dancing along to Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, and damn, he's fucking that shit up. The video became viral, and years later, Brendan would be part of the animation department on a number of 3D animated Disney films, such as Moana and Frozen 2. However, he also unfortunately auctioned several clips from Dancing Rat off as NFTs, so...
Bro, are they making a bag from doing this?
that kind of fucking sucks, doesn't it?
What the hell, bro?
Frog Legs Dancing with a Little Salt is a video uploaded by Roche Lunaire in 2009. This might be one of the most self-explanatory entries on the entire Iceberg. In the video, he sprinkles a little salt on severed frog legs and they start dancing. Now, there's definitely a scientific explanation to this, something about dead animals still having cells that can respond to shit like that, but really it doesn't have to be any deeper than funny frog legs dancing. Buff Corell is a YouTuber and bodybuilder who primarily uploads videos of himself singing and dancing to various different songs.
This guy. Didn't something happen with him though, or no?
Shirtless in his room. He's been uploading since 2011. For the past 10 years or so, he's been uploading these videos multiple times per week, just dancing and singing into his mirror. These videos got pretty popular since his singing voice is less than stellar, and he also notably has a poster of himself up on his wall. That being said, he is pretty good at dancing. He has a bit of a cult following on the site thanks to the absurdity of his videos, leading him to gain over 400,000 subscribers. I have to respect how committed he is to the bit, as even to this day, he uploaded as soon as 1 day ago.
See, I love stuff like that. That's like, I don't know, I just love stuff like that.
Mario World is a creepypasta written by DeviantArt user ReboZerai in 2011, with an accompanying video by a YouTube user by the name of Chanelin, but apparently the video has been since taken down. Also, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure those two people are the same person. Anyways, this video is a pretty...
Wow. Was that 3 burps in a row?
Standard video game creepypasta. Our protagonist purchases a copy of Super Mario World off of eBay.
And it's a cracked version.
Puts it into their Super Nintendo, and then they realize that the game is haunted, with what they first think to be glitches, later turning into more and more disturbing scenarios, with Luigi being evil, and chasing and killing Mario, and yeah, this is pretty much your standard run-of-the-mill Sonic.exe. Yeah, this is pretty much your standard run-of-the-mill Sonic EXE adjacent creepypasta. Though, I'm sure it would be pretty scary if you were a kid coming across this video just trying to look for Mario videos. There's not much really to say here, though.
Sure.
Jesus.
What in the hell is this right here, swag?
Or however the fuck you pronounce that, is a video
What am I looking at? What the fuck?
that was originally uploaded in 2008 by a user apparently named Principal Subliminal that has since been deleted. This video features grainy black and white footage of a couple
I don't don't know. Like, I feel like some of these things I just don't want to watch. They're not like getting me, but I'm just like, I don't want to look at it. Does that make sense? It's like, I'm not like, oh, I'm scared. I just did the opposite of what I was trying to portray, but I don't want to look at this.
Couple things, like this strange person that's moving around, what appears to be an eye opening, and whatever the fuck is going on here. The whole time this is playing, there's this loud, distorted audio. It's pretty creepy and
Don't fucking play it for us, please, Soyoung.
not very easy to even decipher, although the whole time you're watching, you'll definitely feel disturbed. This video is actually not created by the original uploader, and it's instead the opening scene to a 1989 experimental horror film titled Begotten, directed by...
No, those old horror films are fucking creepy, bro. I feel like they nail horror better than new horror coming out now. Actually, Tarot, by the way, not sponsored, seems like it's gonna be crazy.
Edmund Ellis Marriage. It features the suicide of a godlike figure by disembowelment with a straight razor, which is what you see in the original video. From his remains emerges Mother Nature, who then gives birth to this strange and deformed half-human, half-monster creature. While it isn't the most well-known film in the world, leading people to think that this video is some crazy dark web bullshit, it is fairly influential, being cited as a huge influence to several filmmakers such as David Lynch.
David Lynch. Closing logos community? What is this?
Over the course of the series, I've talked about certain things like the anti-piracy screen and emergency alert system communities, where large groups of people will form a strange community around these screens, I guess. However, neither of these are quite as expansive or as bizarre as the closing logos community. These users are obsessed with studio production logos that are usually at the beginning or end of a movie or some other piece of media. You know, THX, 20th Century Fox, DreamWorks, and like, I don't even know where to begin with this. For one, there's the people that are obsessed with the scary logos, which is more in line tonally with the anti-piracy screens and EAS stuff. They'll often have videos compiling several closing logos and rate them based on how scary they are, like this series called the Top 1500 Scariest Logos by Patya69, or the Top 2000 Scariest Logos by Pugo.
There's 2,000 scary logos? Wait, that right there looks like the 2K game, yeah, Scare Factor? I seen that in Borderlands. That is it a scary version of a game that 2K like sponsored or some shit or published?
Chevrolet Hyundai Fan 2006. There's also those strange videos where people will take a closing logo. More often than not, the Klasky Supo logo you see at the ends of Rugrats or Wild Thornberries, and apply several different effects on their editing software, and these videos are oddly enough not unpopular at all. This one in particular has 4 million views and an active comment section. There are a lot of people that like this kind of content. There's also the logo bloopers videos, popularized by a user named Dave Madsen Entertainment, where the logos are characterized as living things that can fuck up the take. I'm serious, they'll roll a closing logo and then have it cut to their MS Paint character that's usually voiced by some primitive text-to-speech like Microsoft Sam, and that character will chastise the logo for getting itself wrong. There's of course also the people who make their own fake logos, people who make rant videos about logos they don't like for whatever reason. There are
That's fucking crazy that this exists. It's like a beautiful thing.
also several different logo wikis, like the Closing Logo Group Wiki or the Audio Visual Identity Database. And of course, talking about the closing logos community wouldn't be complete without fucking Greenie Fathom, possibly the most infamous logo person of them all, which is the series that's basically just unintelligible, complete with MS Paint drawings and shitty Microsoft Sam and Speakonia voices. Interestingly, the creator of Greenie Fathom, and its fans that it for some reason has, pretends like the series is this world-renowned success. There are wiki pages that act like the Greenie Fathom series started in 1995 and the movie came out in 2002, despite the series actually starting in 2008. They pretend like the series aired on CTN and various other television broadcast channels, starred actors like Billy Crystal and Jason Lee, and had a $28 million budget and earned $729 million, and has pages upon pages of just false wiki information about it. And of course the actual content of the series is just an MS Paint scribble talking to you about how much he loves different logos. Or at least that's what I think it is. I can't understand anything for the life of me. What's more is that the person who made this series has even gaslighted fucking IMDb, as the Greenie Fathom series and movie have official IMDb pages, complete with the misinformation that was present on the original wiki pages. I literally went on ChatGPT and asked what Greenie Fathom is, and they told me it was created in 1995 and is a worldwide phenomenon, which is obviously blatantly false. The closing logos community and
what a way to shake up the Matrix. I love that. I feel like the maker of things like this are just sitting here laughing. I think I've said this before about other things.
Especially Greenie Fathom is one of the most bizarre sections of the internet. It also apparently has a lot of drama, with several of the most popular members being racist, anti-Semitic, homophobic, etc., which I kinda expected. I feel like this community deserves a deeper dive, and while I don't really plan on making full videos on anything on this iceberg, at least not as it stands, if I do decide to do that, the closing logos community and Greenie Fathom will for sure be the first order of business.
Yeah, you gotta tackle that. Mr. Mix game?
Mr. Mix is a classic creepypasta about an alleged PC game from the 1990s that teaches you how to type, in a similar manner to Mario teaches typing. Players would have to spell out foods in order to make a chef named Mr. Mix, put them into the bowl. The game has a very steep difficulty curve, asking players to have 500 words per minute at one point in the level, which, if you didn't know, is physically impossible. It also notoriously...
Yeah, bro, I type 110 words per minute. I am amazed at people who type way faster than me.
It has creepy background music, and several children have reported having nightmares about the character. The creepypasta also claimed that hackers had modified the game to get past the 500 words per minute level, and the game crashes and begins writing a bunch of files to the System32 directory, including pictures of people with deformed faces that look like they're screaming in agony and bleeding out their eyes. When the data miners found a way to prevent the game from crashing, what they saw was so traumatizing that they refused to talk about it, becoming paranoid and reclusive. And then one of the hackers was found 2 years later to kidnap an 8-year-old girl, wearing a chef's hat and calling himself Mr. Mix. It's a classic creepypasta, and a lot of people have recreated it on YouTube.
Cool.
Caterpillar Scream is a video uploaded by Matt C. It features someone touching this caterpillar, and every time it gets touched, it squeaks. Then it cuts to what's apparently a translation of what the caterpillar is saying. Manny is a stop-motion short film created by Adam Rosenberg in 2009 and uploaded to YouTube in 2010. It features the head of a mannequin gaining sentience and looking around at the room. Then a dollar bill slithers its way into the head's mouth, and then it just goes insane, moving all around and having all its hair fall off. Then it cuts to the mouth being stitched shut and gaining a big hole through its head, and starts bleeding, and then it catches on fire, and that's pretty much it. Adam Rosenberg still produces short films like this on his YouTube channel of the same name. This entry refers to a TV commercial for a flea market in Montgomery, Alabama, created around 2006. It features businessman and former radio personality Sammy Stevens rapping about the flea market and how it's just like a mini mall. The video was highly quotable, becoming one of the most popular old YouTube videos, even landing the spot on The Ellen Show, as well as a parody by Family Guy. Or the Cleveland Show, sorry. Still, Flea Market Montgomery is possibly one of the most iconic local commercials around, although sadly the mini mall itself officially closed business around 2009.
Damn. IB Area?
IB Area is a feature-length film released on the internet in 2007 by Ryan Trecarton, and I don't really know how to begin to describe it. It feels like the closest thing to a fever dream I've ever seen, being very heavy on the surrealism side of things. And I don't even really know what the plot is. However, it also kind of fucking rules. Explaining it here will not do it justice, so just go watch it. It's free on YouTube. I'm pretty sure this...
Did you see the art she was pointing at? Am I tweaking?
This entry refers to the subreddit r/deepintoyoutube, which is by far my personal favorite subreddit. I mean, that's kind of obvious given what series you're currently watching on my channel, but yeah. r/deepintoyoutube is a place for people to post weird videos with low view counts, lurking within the deepest depths of YouTube. The subreddit is not only an amazing resource for what this iceberg is all about, but also where I found a lot of my favorite videos. I believe as we further go down, you'll hear me mentioning this subreddit quite a bit, as a lot of the later entries were first found here. I don't want to spoil from the later tiers or possible honorable mentions, but let's run through my favorite top posts that aren't anywhere on the iceberg. A guy playing the Mario Bros theme on a trumpet and a pistol. A kid screaming into the camera so hard that the video starts to corrupt. two hot, invisible, and mute lesbians having sex on the floor uncensored. The worst quality video ever.
God, that would be the moon? You know everything. I want to go there.
The most blasted man ever explaining why it's okay to eat ass.
These niggas is too scared of it. Like, I think it could be like a spiritual thing. Feel me? Like, you eat ass good, you go into the avatar state and shit. Feel me? Like, your eyes start glowing, you go Super Saiyan and shit, man. Like, niggas don't realize how divine and
King of the Hill, dubbed in Tocharian, a language
What the fuck? Alright, let's finish this up.
that went extinct around the
I took a long break, but what I was gonna say here is Swegwin, you agree with this statement? Swegwin, are you a certified butt muncher?
don't realize how divine and
King of the Hill, dubbed in Tocharian, a language that went extinct around the 9th century.
Kusnat si chompish. Samanito yandra. Kasunata kulpat. Yo.
And an older Asian man rapping in the shower.
50 years ago, I was a minuscule kid in Taiwan. I walked 10 miles to school, so I left my house at dawn. Now I drive in Houston, Texas in a Lexus sedan, and when I ride inside, I can be the weatherman. But at home, I'm in the backyard, in the washroom, in the kitchen, mowing grass and drying clothes and scaling fish and boiling chicken.
My man is spitting.
But I'm loyal as a life.
I'm blocking a little bit of it, but it's a masterpiece and everyone needs to see it, is what he wrote. Yeah, it's a masterpiece. I'm enjoying
Manufacturing
this.
guarantee, even if you
My man
haven't
is
changed
just
your life
vibing.
since 83.
If you finish this entire series and somehow want even more obscure YouTube content, then there's no better place to look for it than r/deep into YouTube.
Lights out.
Lights Out is a critically acclaimed feature-length film released in 2016 about
Oh my gosh. So 2016 was really when I seen a lot of disturbing shit too. Yeah, 2016. This thing right here. I remember everyone sharing this video like crazy.
a young woman and her family who are terrorized by an entity that can only appear in the dark. However, the film is actually based on a short film of the same name, released 3 years prior. It's only 3 minutes long and was uploaded to YouTube, and I've heard many people say that it's more effective at that length. It's pretty much all suspense leading up to a jump scare, but it does the suspense really well.
Yeah, it does.
Lilith
Lilith, what?
Performance Studio presents Maladi Suryadarmo Exurgi Butter Dance as a video uploaded to YouTube in 2010. It features Maladi Suryadarmo, an Indonesian performance artist, as she dances along to shamanistic drums on top of butter. She keeps slipping and falling down on the butter as she dances, and I believe it's meant to represent how difficult life is, yet we need to keep getting up and trying again or something. I kind of thought it was some fetish shit at first, but no, it's just performance art. Although the line between those two is oftentimes blurred quite a bit, just saying.
Yeah, he's right. Bro, she was really falling. This is performance art? Guys, I'm about to turn my YouTube channel into something crazy then. Be prepared, because you're going to see some performance art that's borderline fetish nonsense. Oh, Futuristic Hub. This is the guy that did the Minecraft stuff. And I like the little, you dropped the little Minecraft song to represent that too. And I seen you do that for a few other things. That's pretty cool. But nice little touch that I don't know if anybody else recognized or if it's accidental or sometimes it's intentional. This has to be intentional. This dude, yeah, Futuristic Hub was like, what the fuck? But you know, I guess, right? That's
Futuristic Hub, formerly known as Life in a Tent, was a YouTuber that made 3D animations that would mainly revolve around several characters from popular franchises being in the world of Minecraft, like Sonic, Angry Birds, Baldi's Basics.
What is with the Ugandan knuckles, bro? I remember the Do You Know the Way in the Ugandan knuckles was kind of funny, bro.
And SpongeBob, the latter of which being his most famous, or perhaps rather infamous, series. I think the videos are supposed to be aimed at children, but looking at the content even surface level kind of disproves that theory a little bit. In the videos, he would have a weird amount of references to sex, and even a lot of fetishes, notably giving female characters toes, which, if you know anything about Minecraft, don't exist. A lot of his videos wouldn't be so much Minecraft parodies, but rather softcore Minecraft pornography, and in some cases, even hardcore pornography, which pretty quickly got deleted off YouTube. However, what's even more weird and off-putting than Futuristic Hub's content is his attitude towards people who would dare criticize him. There have been several cases of people making videos on him and his weird-ass Minecraft sex videos, and he would promptly become obsessed with them, spamming their messages and comment sections on both his main account, and sometimes sock puppet accounts he makes where he pretends to be someone who isn't himself. He would often issue threats of legal and sometimes even physical action. On one occasion, he allegedly swatted popular streamer Ice Poseidon up to 5 times. On another, he tried to sue Mr. Repsian for defamation of character for $20 million, which of course failed. And of course, his harassment was not limited to large YouTubers. LS Mark made a video about him, who now has 500,000 subscribers, but at the time the video was uploaded, only had a little under 5,000, and Futuristic Hub still went after him, asking him to take down the video, calling him stupid and a libtard in the process. Hell, here we can see him in the comment section of a video with 61 views by a channel with 7 subscribers. Even researching this guy's antics is kind of fucking annoying because many wikis will bar users from making articles on him, because at some point he threatened legal action against them. He got into a feud with a channel called Wacky TV, who had a grand total of around 2,000 subscribers, when he made a video about Futuristic Hub, poking fun at him. This led him to email the uploader, saying that he will personally see to it that every single one of your careers end faster than you can blink. When talking about him, everyone always brings up his content, but no one actually ever talks about the actual man behind the channel, who is possibly one of the most self-centered, ego-driven creators on the platform. Who knows? Maybe I, myself, will be hearing from him soon.
What I like though is that you still had the balls to give your take on him and whatever. I mean, the dude had to level up, right, and kind of come to. Dude, living a life like that can't be happiness. That's all I'll say. So hopefully, I don't end up like a target too. I'm not even gonna say hopefully. I'm saying this for the betterment of him. I'm not gonna become a target because I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, and I'm saying this for some real advice. Living a life like that cannot be enjoyable or happy, and maybe it is to someone, but bruh, it's just like the internet. Just make your animations and love what you do and let them be what they are, bruh. I don't know, going out of your way to comment on like smaller channels or try to attack them is very odd. Like, it's very odd from a standpoint where it's just like, bruh, if you just love, like, I see, that's what I mean talking about staying in your own lane. It's like, if you love what you do and love what you're creating, and it's getting, I don't know, I wanted to laugh when I say good feedback. Just keep doing you, man. Just stay out the way. I don't know, like, involving yourself in all that can't bring, like, happiness to you. Like, having to get up and be like, oh, I see a video pop up about you, so then you just go and try to attack the video, and it just creates this cycle of just negativity. Gotcha.
And thus
tubers.
concludes part 1 of Tier 5 of the YouTube Iceberg. This tier has felt more similar to Tier 3 rather than Tier 4, if anything, as a lot of these entries are pretty simple to cover, being single videos that I don't really have much to say about. However, that's not to say they aren't interesting to talk about in their own right. The more and more we descend down this iceberg, the more shit gets weirder and obscure, and therefore I feel more unique when I talk about them. Greeny Fathom, in particular, was something I was planning on saving for the honorable mentions video, but I just needed to talk about it as I encountered it at a very young age, and even then I was wondering, like, what the fuck am I looking at? Why do people like this? And that's a statement I've seen mirrored by friends who are around the same age as me, but still no one really talks about it in like a proper YouTube video. Like I said at the beginning, shortly after the upload of the final part of Tier 4, I hit 500 subscribers, which is my first real big milestone. Thank you everyone so much for subscribing and giving me support. It really helps out the channel, and helps me be the first YouTuber to get to the final depths of the massive YouTube iceberg. I'll see you all in the next video, where we'll be continuing Tier 5.
And that concludes Tier 5 Part 1. Oh, this is a lot. This is a lot. A lot of things I recognize on this tier too. I thought I wouldn't know some of the things, but no, I felt like I knew a pretty good majority, and some of it was still familiar, so pretty cool. Let's go. Let's keep going.